Yep. Okay, I'm doing some frame repair now. I'm tired of getting gunky and spray painting and all that other stuff, although that's kind of the fun stuff. And doing some repairs here, filling in some holes. Did a good job on that one. I'm very happy. That'll get filled in once I straighten the frame. And that looks pretty good. A little bit of a dip there, but that'll get covered up with paint. I'm not looking for perfection, wonderfulness, and awesomeness on the frame as long as I can get it nice and, painted and rust free. So at some point the prior owner had attached the body to the frame because it was so rusty on that long piece there on the underside, and to keep it from flapping around, somebody had welded the body to the frame. So I took off a couple of spots there, and I don't know if that's copper or whatever you call it, braze weld stuff, but god damn, that stuff smells nice when it's being cut out, ground out. Again, some imperfect highs and lows here, but I'm not worried about that. I'll get covered up with frame paint and epoxy paint and blah 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 blah. I've also finished off this, ground off the welds, made them look pretty-ish, and what I didn't get, I'll just cover up with seam sealer, I suppose, more or less from the top down. I'm going to start painting this thing upside down to get the bottom parts first and let that all harden before I temp the rest of it. Mainly because I want to put it up on jack stands. Yeah, something like that. I've also started grinding off these damn things from the other side, so I can take a pair of vice grips and yank them out. This I'll grind out. That I'll grind out. Makes me wish I had a plasma cutter. Oh god, I got another one there. I've got one there. I gotta grind out, fix. That'll be pretty easy, I think. All of these. Ugh. I'm getting tired of grinding, to be quite frank. Tired of grinding. And some things to kind of, make pretty and make look better. So, got another afternoon of grinding ahead of me, I think. Definitely. So, moment of truth, and I need an audience to say this to. I thought about filling all this crap in here with just weld and taking a shortcut. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to cut it out. Cut all this crap out and replace it with the new stuff. I'm getting just so damn tired of grinding all that other shit. That's just what it is. And I got this to fix. To cut that off too, to kind of goad myself into doing the right thing. So, yeah. Damn. Really didn't want to, but I guess I got to. Oh well. There's my hole. I've already made a patch out of it. There's my actual patch. I used cardboard again. And I'll be shaping this thing with my angle grinder. Probably cut my face off this time. My luck. At least I'm wearing socks and friggin' long pants when I'm welding and grinding and shit stuff. So, there we go. I'm sure there's some religious significance to this. Not that I would know it, but this thing freaking fits. First time. Huh. That's never happened with this car. I just need to bend it down into... Actually, I may not bend it, actually. What I'll do is probably zip it. That is, weld it, spot weld it. Let that cool, spot weld it again, on and on and on. Just so I don't have to worry about or fiddle with bending this into the perfect shape. And there's a little bit of gap in there, which, as we awesome expert welders know, is a necessary thing for good penetration. So, there we go. Yay. Okay, done for the day. Couple of repairs. I don't know what the hell that was, but I ground it off. The other side, let's see, where is it? Looks just not too bad. I think that's where I had my cutting disc marks, but whatever was there is gone now. Looks real nice. I have done that and ground down the welds. That crease there I'll fix once the frame is straightened. Let's see. A couple bolts removed. Here, I got the burps. This one. Oh, I could probably do that. A couple of them I had to knock out with a screwdriver because I couldn't get them undone, but screw it. Some more here. I've left a few of the captive nuts there, the ones that I was able to save, so for the sake of originality, I suppose. And this, not that, this is my first attempt at welding thin metal together. So without realizing it, I gave myself good practice. So it's sturdy, and I'll straighten it out because it's a little bit wavy there. I'll straighten it out later, but I'm not too displeased. This, even though it looks ugly as piss, is what was left of that hole. Welded it in, no issues. I couldn't get to the corner in there, so that's going to remain. I guess wood will be easier to trim down than friggin' metal, but oh well. I have some in there to do. That's not too awfully bad. Again, this looks ugly, but it's really smooth. It's just how I ground things down. From the back of this anyway, my intent today was to start painting, but I have a few more repairs to do. This is one of them. I'm just tired. I could probably do that with weld fills. Maybe, you know, who knows, but and I'm going to be able to turn this over tomorrow. I think, at least that's my intent. I've got to hose it down with compressed air because every time I turn it, I get sand everywhere. So I've got to be very careful about that. Not that I frankly care a whole lot about a perfection paint job on a frame. You know, when I painted my Fiat over there, this place was a clean room. I wiped everything down, and then re-wiped it, and then wiped it again, and then blew it down. Then I hosed down the floor, and then I mopped the floor so that I didn't have dust and stuff in the air when I painted. This I don't give a shit about. Gosh darn about. If it gets, you know, if I have a couple runs, I'll probably fix those, or drips, I'd fix those too. But, you know, dust the paint job, yeah, it's alright. Not too awfully worried about it. I'm not sure what I'll do here. Some pitting. Probably some high build primer, and we'll call that a day. Yeah. So I'm just about ready, I think, to paint. In fact, I'll probably clean this place up and put down plastic on the floors, like I say. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I thought this was interesting. So this is how I am my father's son. Perfectly good pair of welding gloves, minus a finger or a tip of a finger. So I had the same one on this one, and I covered it up with duct tape. Bugs. Need to figure out what to do with the tip of it, but you can see what this thing does. If anybody poo-poos, what do you call it, protective gear, let me be an inspiration. Here's why. I've got so many cuts, dings, scrapes, screw-ups, scabs and stuff all over my hands and arms and legs and face. Oh, it's coming off a little bit. I have another one. I've got another pair. I just can't bear to get rid of it because you're perfectly good, mostly pairs of a pair of gloves. So, yeah.